Hey guys, sorry about that. Let me see if this one does any better. If not, then it's not a me problem. It's a StreamYard's problem. But let me see if it's going to work before I bring poor Dino back on the channel. Delete that. Okay, let me see. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me see. Let's see if that works out. Hold on, guys. What, Nate? Yeah, I sure can. Bring it right over here. Is it working better, you guys?
Is your computer being a ball sack?
Yes, my computer is being a ball sack. Love you, Nate. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, Dino will be right back, you guys. So, yes, that's my little boy. Everybody, y'all all heard it first here. My computer was being a ball sack.
What was that? What was that?
Listen, my little boy just came down here and he goes, "Can you open this for me?" And I said, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Is your computer being a ball sack?" And I was like, "Yes, Nathaniel, my computer's being a ball sack."
I came in right when you were saying ball sack, and I was like, oh, that's where this went.
No, this is literally, my son is 6 years old, and him and his dad talk about penises, ball sacks, diarrhea, poops, all kinds of stuff all the time.
They're boys. That's what guys do. So
Okay, let's get back on track. So, like I was telling you guys before, this is Dino. Dino has a channel. I'm going to link it in the comment section. So, the last time you were on, everybody got to, like, you told your story and everything. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of how we want to do this. Okay, so update us on your life, how you're doing. Like we were talking before, tell us how you're doing in your sobriety. Tell us how you're managing working full time and having a fine ass woman on your on your hip, and then we'll kind of just take it by ear and see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, since the last time I was on the channel, the channel that I've started has grown, pretty fast. And I went on a couple other channels. I went on Badger's channel. I went on Big JD's channel, and it went from having 150 subscribers to almost 700 now. And I think the best part about it is just I know it's not anywhere near like the bigger channels, but just the range of people that YouTube allows you to touch. It's people from Australia, from England, from Canada, from Virginia. I mean, it's crazy that I did the other day. I just had everybody kind of shout out where they were from, because I was just curious to see.
Yeah,
it's kind of a trip to see where everybody's where people are watching you from. And it's crazy that no matter where you're at in the world, like, addiction touches you it has the same effect. You could be from a totally different walk of life and be going through the same struggle, trials, all the hiccups, mishaps of life, and it doesn't care what your accent is, your origin, what what so I mean, it's kind of
right.
that YouTube allows you to be able to reach out and talk to these people that I normally would never have the chance to talk to, and I'm still learning. So it's a process. You know, I'm an idiot when it comes to doing shit like this. Like
No, you're doing great.
you have to walk me through like the steps of logging in. And I wouldn't even know where to start if my screen started flickering like that. I'd be lost.
Well, I don't either know what to do. I just like try to make it work. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, you think that it's good on here on YouTube. Everybody's going to kick my ass because I've been talking so much about this.
Mm-hmm.
I am on TikTok, and let me just tell you something. I know that it seems lame and it's what for kids or whatever. Dude, when
Really?
I tell you that it's like you can literally have one video go viral and then your whole TikTok will blow up and you'll have millions of followers.
Really?
Like, yeah, Dr. B, he just started his TikTok like 30 days ago or something, and he had one video catch that TikTok algorithm, and he's already up to like 9,000 followers on TikTok. And,
That's pretty.
and my boss, he
Yeah.
just hit 50,000
Really?
on TikTok. And he's all he does is make videos about social media marketing. Like he teaches kind of like tutorials on how to do YouTube, how to do Instagram, how to do Google, all that kind of stuff. And it's crazy. It's like if you are somebody who's trying to build your platform here and you're not utilizing other platforms to get your name out on this platform, you're missing out on a huge networking. Like when you're making a channel, a YouTube channel, you have to have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok to use to talk about your YouTube channel, to have a call of action to drive traffic to your channel. Unless you are like smart, like some of these people are really smart on YouTube and they know how to title their videos and they know what to do to get people their videos to get views. I don't know how to title. I don't know how to use the search engine optimization. Yeah. And so I just like make organic content that I know that I want to see in recovery. But there's some people who know exactly what to make a video about because it's trending at that moment in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that ain't me.
No, me neither. And honestly, like in our area, what we're trying to do is we're trying to help people organically that need help that would normally, we want them to find us, but and that's the great thing about it is that we want to help each other, and that's why we do things like this, like work with each other on each other's channels, so that way people can find us that need to find us. But the thing about it is on YouTube is that so many people look at it as a competition, and if we could all come together and help each other, we would be a lot better off, you know?
I mean, I'm honest with you, like I don't care enough to be in competition with any other. Like I don't have the time. I just feel like if people want to come and I also feel like why would anyone want to come watch what I have to say, or but there's people that reach out and they say that it actually helps them, so that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me doing it. But my channel just kind of is slowly gradually moving up, but I feel like it's the people that need to be there and need to hear it. Otherwise,
Why, can I ask you something? Why wouldn't people want to hear what you have to say?
I don't know, because I'm just like any other jackass getting sober
But
out there.
you're not. Like, that's the thing, is that we all have something special to bring to the table. And I had to start, like, believe me, I'm super humble too. You know what I'm saying? But I had to start realizing that, like, we are miracles and we have defeated something that was literally going to kill us. And so people need to hear our stories. And I was so like down on myself and didn't think that anybody needed to hear me, and now I realize, like, because of this channel, it's helped me so much to realize that no, people do need us. They want to hear our stories because it helps inspire them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that you are a special kind of guy because one thing, you're super good looking, but you're not a dickhead.
I appreciate it.
You know what I mean?
Thank
Do you know what I'm saying though?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
there's some dudes who are like really cute, but they're such assholes.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes you so much better, is that you are relatable and kind, and you've been through so much. Like, if you guys haven't watched the video that Dino did with me the first time he came on the channel, like, you've got to go watch that video, because his story is fucking amazing. Like, he really overcame a lot.
I
It's
appreciate
kind
that.
of takes some getting used to, though, like putting yourself on the internet, and
Yes.
you know.
It does, especially if you're not used to putting your business out there and inviting these people into your world, and I try to be careful with that, because you just never know. I'm an open book. I could care less, like, but there's other people that are in my life that it might affect, and that's what I wouldn't want. Like, I'm super proud to be where I came from, where I'm going, and I have no problem sharing my story right when I meet, like an open book. I don't hold any punches. What you see is what you get. And, if you don't like it, like, hey, I'm not mad at you. It's not for everybody. And I respect that. But I don't want to take the time to get to know somebody if they're just going to, that's why I'm
Right.
all about surrounding myself with real people these days. And, you know, time for the bullshit. If you don't even, you can't even respect me enough to just, I can take the honesty. I can take the honesty. And I guess I don't know if it was because I lied so much and loaded and was a liar for such a long time. And now, like, I've just completely, like, reversed that, and in sobriety, and just, try to tell the truth, even when I know everybody's not going to hear it. Having integrity and doing the right thing when no one's looking. Like, I always say that I'm a big believer in that, and I feel like that's a part of actually working recovery. Is anyone could get sober, but I mean, if you're still out there and you're lying and you're, trying to look for the next come up, and, like, stealing at work, and doing shady shit, like, what's the point of getting sober? I mean, like, I just feel like becoming, like, I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror at the end of the day and be able to lay down on the pillow and know that I did everybody right in my path that day. That I didn't cheat anybody, I didn't lie to anybody, I didn't steal from anybody. And honestly, that's what gets me through, and really, when
When you got sober, how did you stop doing those bad behaviors, like lying, cheating, stealing, manipulating? How did you stop doing that?
I kind of realized that the only time that I was really doing those things was being drugged. You know, was time I was lying, it was to my family, it was to get out of work, it was because of dope, because I was going to pick up, because I didn't want somebody to know about it, because I didn't do it just because I wanted to lie. I didn't steal because I got off on it. I mean, there's two different kinds of people, that two different kind of criminals. There's criminals that steal to further their habit, and there's people that steal because they get off on it. And I
Yeah,
just
I had an addiction to stealing. Like,
yeah,
once
see,
I got sober, I had to, like, learn how to not steal anymore, because I would walk into, like, Walmart or somewhere, and it was the first thing that would come to my mind was like, I got to go to the makeup section and, like, get a whole bunch of makeup and put it in my
you
purse.
had money
Isn't
in
that
your
terrible?
still trying to steal it, huh?
Freaking embarrassing, man. Like, and I remember calling my sponsor and being like, I just stole something, and I'm like 6 months sober. And
Yeah,
she's like, you cannot do that, Nicole. If you keep doing that, it'll lead you back to your addiction.
it's
And I
crazy. Like, you don't even think it has anything to do with the other, and it could just wrap you right back around into your addiction, because you
Yeah,
start feeling shitty about yourself.
yeah,
Subconsciously you start feeling shitty about yourself, and that's what would happen when I was getting loaded. Is I'd have so much guilt over all the people that I've wronged, and people I fucked over, and people that I stole from, and people I lied to, people I hurt, that it was hard. It just kept me getting high, kept me getting high. You know, uh, I, and I had so many things happen in my life where you would have thought like, oh, okay, he's definitely sober and face me. But then at the end, when I did get sober, like I couldn't even really tell you that it was like an epiphany or anything like that because it was just like I just knew I was done. Like I was just over it. It wasn't fun anymore. It was more before. It was needed waking up in the morning and doing get my fix. I hated that all these people around me, all my friends that I grew up with were moving on and becoming successful in life. And here I was steal from them or trying to get over on them and embarrassing.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm trying to play catch up because I've wasted so many getting loaded and getting high. But I also look at it as, I had to go through all that, and that's what made me. That's what made me appreciate that much more.
Yeah. How did you overcome like the guilt and shame that you had from using for, for a long time? Like, did you struggle when you first got sober with like feeling ashamed and guilty?
I did a little bit, but honestly, like I was talking to my aunt the other day, and she was even saying like, it trips me out how like you could kind of just off and let it affect you and just get your eyes focused and head in that right direction. And um and I really do believe that guilt and all that just hinders you, holds you back. And the most of the guilt I had was, from family down, from lying to my friends or lying to my family or lying to work or being lazy and not having a job. So what I did is I just started accomplishing those things. I got a job, did do it with both feet, and was just the best employee, always early, stayed late, hardest worker. The lying thing, I just told myself like, what do I have to lie about? I'm not getting loaded, so why lie? Even if that makes me look like an idiot or makes me look dumb, I'd rather look dumb than look like the whole not becoming successful thing. It was just again, it goes back to work, and I just wanted to. I figured as long as I do these things and I show this consistency, over, and that was the biggest thing with my family. I've told them 1,000 times that I was going to stay clean and get clean, and oh, I promise this is the last time. But I never showed them like any consistency or length of it. So I feel
Right.
is as it might not happen today where they trust me and they believe me, but I guarantee you, like if I stay consistent and show them that like I'm present, I'm answering when they call, my voicemail isn't full. I'm not showing up 3 days later when I said I was going to be there for something. I changed everything, and it was all those things that I set my eye on, and it honestly worked out great, and it's kept me busy. And my I gained my family's trust back. I've become that person that I'm actually like I feel good about where I'm at in my life. I'm making good money. I'm getting ready to move out, and me and my girlfriend moving into a place up north and getting our own place. And I finally
That's
found,
awesome.
loves me for me, knows my whole past, knows everything about me. But the cool thing is she didn't know me when I was getting loaded. So there was no, you know, she didn't have any of that, that underlying, resentment.
Yeah.
Because
Like not trusting you or something or not believing what you say. Yeah.
yeah, and I don't blame anyone for that. Like, especially friends or past relationships where, they could never trust me again. Like, I get it. Like, I've never gave them a reason not to, but now
Right.
it's
Right.
now I can get that fresh start and, move in the right direction in my life and be proud of who I am, where I'm going. So I guess the only thing you got to change is everything.
That's what I was about to ask you. How did you change everything? Like, so this is what I want to know, because a lot of people don't have the self-awareness or the knowledge or the understanding to
Yeah.
know that they need to change these things, or the support from outside, like family or sober support. How did you change everything? Where did you start? Did you have a sponsor or a mentor, or did you just know to do that?
I mean, I've been through so many programs and detoxes and rehabs, and had sponsors and done all the footwork and had built a little time of sobriety and then lost it. But um, this time, honestly, it was the support. Like I don't know. I don't see how people get sober and don't have any kind of help, any kind of family support, any kind of anything. They like that, like somebody living on the streets and doesn't have anything. I commend those people for getting sober and staying sober. Like that person really, really wants it. I'm not saying
Yeah.
I don't really want it, but that person, like it's hard, but having the support of my family, friends, people around that supported me in my sobriety, wanted my sobriety for me. They weren't going to do it for me. They weren't going to hand out money anymore. They wanted to see me make the effort, and that's what I did. Is like right when I got sober, like I found a job and started at the bottom and was doing electrical and just didn't care what I was doing as long as it kept me busy for 8 hours a day. That was 8 hours I wasn't, in my head thinking about getting high. And then came home, started exercising, and that kept me busy. And then by the time you know it, you're eating dinner, showering, and going to bed. And I got on that program of, that consistency, and that's where I come from. Is like I got to kind of have a program, because when my program gets thrown out of whack, my day gets thrown out of whack. Like when I wake up in the morning, every single morning, I don't care what time it is. I don't care if I got to get up at 2 in the morning. I have to make my bed. My bed's always made right when I get up in the morning, just very first thing. Otherwise, if I wake up late and I'm like running out of bed and going to work, like my day's completely jacked. Like I'm thrown off. My whole day's out of whack. And it's funny. Some
Really?
some of my coworkers, so I'll be in a bad mood at work about something else, and they'll be like, "Uh oh, did you not make your bed this morning?" A grown ass man.
I don't, I my bed's always made. Like I sleep with my bed made, and then I have a blanket that goes over it. Like I just don't even pull back the big covers.
Would you
Um,
sleep under the covers?
well, I do, but I have like a throw one that goes on top, so I
Uh,
don't ever pull back the main one.
yeah.
Um, but a lot of people don't have any support at all, so they just struggle to even get started. And that was, I guess, because we're the same way. Like we've been through a lot of programs, we have been locked up, and we also, like, I already knew that the thing that I was lacking and the reason why I was relapsing so much was because I wasn't getting rid of the people, places, and things, and
Yeah.
I wasn't staying consistent in my recovery when I would get sober. Like I was hanging on to those last couple of friends that I thought were my
Mhm.
friends, but they really weren't my friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keeping their still talking to, checking up on those old drug dealers just to make sure they're okay.
Oh, so stupid. It was, I can't even believe that I thought, I can't even believe that I thought I could stay sober like that. Like,
Yeah.
duh, of course I
It's
was going to go back out, you know?
like in the back of your mind that, like, okay, when I do go back out, like I need to be able to contact this person.
Right. Because you have reservations,
Yeah. Because you're
you
not
know?
fully, that you're done.
I never realized why they called it a reservation, and now I do. It's because, when you call a restaurant and you set your reservation,
Mhm.
that's what it is. When you have reservations to use, you've already set a reservation. Like, I'll be back 2 years, 2 o'clock, sit me in the back corner over there. Like, you're reserving your relapse,
Yeah.
you
No, it
know?
totally makes sense.
What do you think about? So, I've been kind of looking at recovery in a like from a different kind of angle lately. And we've taken on this new, I'm trying to help people to not beat themselves up so much when they do relapse, because I've had a couple of friends that are part of the channel that have relapsed and came right back. And then, my husband, I think it was Saturday, he finally came clean and admitted to me that he's been eating Adderalls. And so I used to be really hard and negative and mad about that. And so I'm trying to like not be so angry and make it so negative. And we're trying to look at it as a learning experience and moving past it. Like, what do you think about relapse? What do you think about dabbling and taking Adderall? I mean, I think it's like going to lead you back to hard drugs. But what do you think?
I think taking it and hiding it from you, then that's a problem.
That's the worst part. It's so, it's like, why do you got to lie to me about it? That's the thing about it, is that what makes it so hard is the deceit, the dishonesty.
It doesn't taking Benadryl. Like if he feels like that he has to hide it from you, then it's probably because he has a problem with it, or there's some guilt there, or something, and maybe that guilt's going to lead him out to something else. Because if he's hiding that from you, then it's only a matter of time before he's hiding something else, and then something else. I mean, I know people say that relapse is a part of recovery, and believe me, I've relapsed. I feel like if you're just relapsing and then continuing to do the same thing, relapsing and then just getting clean, doing the same thing, like you really don't stop. You just want to kind of keep doing your thing,
right?
And being able to doing being able to go. You gotta learn from mistakes, and if you're learning from your relapse, and okay, like what was going on before I relapsed? What led me down the road?
Nate,
Obviously,
I see. Good job.
something right, and recognize something about. But I know it's hard, and a lot of people, part of recovery, and people tend, but I just feel like sometimes people tend to rely on it, and you know, and, and keep the same mistakes over and over again, and they're almost kind of like just give themselves an excuse. Oh, it's part of recovery, and I get that, but it's not a part of recovery if you're not learning from it, and you're not
exactly
recognizing the signs that.
Right. It does not have to be a part of your recovery. And if you're not using it as a learning experience and you keep going back and repeating the same behavior, it's just like, believe me, that's what I'm dealing with right now is it's like at first, like, I'm like, okay, we got to work on this. Then the second time I'm like, then the third time I'm like, we got a problem. And this is going to be like, sooner or later, you're going to be on 12th Street smoking crack. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm telling you what, it's hard when you got somebody that you're in a relationship with and you're staying sober and that person is getting fucked up, because it pisses me off.
I don't blame you. I had too if somebody was getting loaded and I couldn't get loaded.
I said, what the fuck, man? I want to check out of life sometimes too,
Yeah.
But I can't. And I look at my kid and that makes me like really understand, because if I don't stay sober, who's going to be taking care of the boy? Nobody, and I cannot believe that for once in my life, I'm the responsible one. I'm the one that is dependable, It's crazy. And I'm grateful though. I love my husband so much, but I really just worry. So I want him to, I've never been through this before. And now I know why my mom and dad had to distance themselves from me, because it'll give me a heart attack. I worry so much that I'm going to have an ulcer by the time I'm 40 years old,
Yeah. The first time I've experienced being on the other end, of was hurt because somebody was using and lying. Like it really opens your eyes and like, holy shit, this is what I was doing to everybody.
Yes.
Like, and it almost hurts even more, and it almost kind of with me, it kind of me off. I don't know. I don't want to be around anybody that's loaded, or I don't mind being around people that are drinking and having a good time and doing their like that's what makes me feel normal. I'm unusual in that way where I feel like in my sobriety, like I like doing the things that make me feel normal, like going on a trip, big party weekend and having fun, having a good time, and I'm the sober driver. Like that's what I love. It makes me feel normal. But I also always take my car. I always have an app. Always tell whoever around like, hey, don't take it personal. Just gone. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
like my sobriety comes first, and if I even start to feel uncomfortable, hey, like I'll head home, crawl into bed, wake up in the morning, and usually like that temptation it passes, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but I do have patience for being around people that
Yeah. Damn. I'm so proud of you, man. Like, I
I,
really am proud of you. And I really want your channel to be huge. And I hope that we can like help each other and move on the eventually what I'm hoping will happen is that you, me, and maybe a couple other people,
mhm,
I want us all to be able to like work. Like I have a job working in
yeah,
recovery and I love it.
yeah,
And I want the place I work for, I hope that we grow and grow and grow to where we can employ people like yourself and then other people that are in recovery and we can all be on the same team. Help. I mean, we're still on the same team, but really be on the same team, you
yeah.
know?
You you were built for this though. You were built for this. I'm just trying to ride your coattails, girl. Oh,
Stop. I love it, dude. Like I literally live to help people. I was
yeah,
telling my mom called the other day and somebody called and so I had to let her go and then I called her back and she's like, she calls me Mija. She's like, Mija, I'm so proud of you. I can't believe this is happening. You're actually, and I'm like, man, I love it. I love being of service to other people. It makes
yeah.
me just, makes my heart beat. You know what I mean?
Hearing those words got your heart swelling.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's right.
Well, I just wanted to have you on to kind of come on and check it back with us.
And I
My
appreciate
you are going to come on. This is what I want to do next time because my computer's, I don't know if it's my computer or if it's Streamlabs, but it's like sounds really glitchy. But the next time you come on, I want to do a crazy active addiction story time. Like,
okay.
because I know you have this one story that I've heard you tell on other channels, but you really didn't go into detail over here on my channel about it. So that's what we're going to do next. So you know what to do.
Yeah.
Uh, we'll stay in contact. Merck has been linking your channel all throughout the comment section. Please, you guys, go subscribe to Dino's channel. He's a super great guy, obviously, and he is the real deal. So I really appreciate you, man, for taking time to come on here and be with us.
Anytime for you.
I
Oh, you
love
guys
you, man.
love you too.
All right, bye.
All right, bye, mom.
I know. Okay, so I feel like next time, I don't know if it's my computer, you guys, or if it's Streamlabs, but I heard it kind of cutting in and out. But I was trying my hardest to make sure because I love Dino so much, you guys. Like if I didn't like him, I would have just ended the stream. But he's like such a great guy. I really want you guys to take a second and go over and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's at 639 people. I bet we can get him to 700 by the end of the night. So if y'all don't mind, go over there and subscribe to his channel right freaking now. Right now. But falling in love, Bobby, let me tell you, very much so, very humble. And that's what's so attractive, makes me so attracted to his person, is that he is just very genuine. And when he had reached out to me a couple of months ago after going on Death's channel, he was just like such, when people it's like he realizes that I really want to help people, and he noticed that I'm serious about it, and he respects it, and that's what I like. And I'm one of these people, you guys. I'm all about like loyalty and respect, and being a real, true, good friend. And so that's what I really like Dino a lot. If I have a lot of people on the channel, and he's probably one of my favorite people that I've ever had on. Um, when he told his story, you know what? Let me get his story, because you guys, if y'all haven't heard the story when he came on the first time, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. It's a good story. Hold on, let me get the link to it. My head is killing me. We have so many videos of people on the channel. Share, copy. My eye is twitching, y'all. Do y'all see this? It's twitching. Hey, Courtney, what's up, girl? Okay. There's the video of Dino when he came on the first time in the comment section. Are you doing okay, Nicole? Honestly. Yes, Evan, I'm doing okay. Why, baby? I mean, I'm doing as good as I can be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been stressing out a little bit. Y'all know, worried about my husband, but he's back on track. I guess I'll go ahead and give you guys an update before I go. So for those of you guys that don't know, Saturday night, my husband was acting silly, and I could tell something was different about him. So I kept on asking him about it until he finally admitted to me that he had been taking Adderall. And so, we sat down, we had to talk about it, and he agreed to do counseling, and he agreed to, I got him a couple of appointments to do chiropractor because his back has been hurting. But one of the things that I'm so happy about, you guys, is that he's been talking on the phone with Joe. Okay. So Joe, I think Joe's here right now. He's been talking on the phone with Joe, and he has sober support. And see, one of the things that my husband struggles with is that he don't have any friends that he can talk to about what he's going through. Okay. And so he's actually been taking the initiative and calling Joe and talking to Joe for the last 3 days in a row, you guys. So that's a really big deal for my husband. It might not seem like a big deal to anybody else, but the fact that he's reaching out to another man for support is it's a big deal. So I am doing great, Evan, and I really appreciate you for asking and being concerned. If I ever am doing bad or I'm struggling, you guys, I will always come on here and tell y'all. I honestly, I can't hide it. When I'm struggling, I am a hot mess, and I'll be crying, and you guys know the deal. So I'm doing a lot better compared to what I was doing over the weekend. And the only thing that I'm struggling with, you guys, is now I have to learn how to let go of control, and I'm trying to not get to a point where I never trust my husband again. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's hard for me because, oh, thanks, real deal. I really appreciate that, man. I appreciate the compliment. I don't want to have a relationship where I can't trust him. And you know what I'm saying? And that's so important to me. Um, I've never been able to trust any man that I've been with until I met my husband, and we actually like respect each other, and he doesn't cheat on me and I don't cheat on him, which, you guys, when I was in my active addiction, I would cheat on people. I would cheat on my boyfriends. And so this is a big deal to me. So, yeah, we're doing good. Things are working out. He's talking to Joe, like I said, which is huge. Before I end this stream, if any of you guys want to come and join our Hangouts chat, let me get it. Okay, there is our Hangouts chat link. Then, if any of you guys want to join Patreon, it's only $2 a month, and you know what we're going to do this Sunday? we are doing the book Codependent No More. So if any of you guys want to join Patreon, the link is right there. I just linked it. Click that link, do the $2 tier. It's the lowest tier. And then on Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will start our Codependent No More book. So I'm super excited to do it with you guys. Because I'm codependent, y'all. Codependent. Hell. And so I need help. So we're going to go through that book together. I ordered it just so we could go through that together. Yeah, come on over, you guys. It's only $2 a month. It's not like I'm breaking the bank or anything. I'm not trying to empty your pockets. But if you want to support my channel, you can join Patreon. That's a good way to do it, and you get something for your money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people that's big into like taking donations or anything like that. So like I said, join Patreon, $2 a month. And Sunday at 7 p.m., I will link our Zoom meeting and we will do our Codependent No More. We're starting Sunday at 7. Be there or be square. I will read for like 30 minutes and then we will discuss what we just read. And then we'll do that every single Sunday until we get through the whole motherfucking book. So I love you guys, and please go over and subscribe to Dino's channel. Like I said, he's an amazing, amazing guy, such a good person. And yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for supporting me, you guys, for real. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow night is our Mara meeting. Okay, so what I'm going to do tomorrow night is I'm going to put the link in the chat, and then you guys are going to come up and share. So be prepared, you guys. All right. Love y'all. Night.